What up, YouTube Elleix? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today, we have a matchup featuring the Scion Custom Races mod. A disclaimer, though, this is a bit of an older replay from somewhere around 2023, just because the Discord for this mod has been quiet lately, and we've been in a replay drought. So this is what we have to resort to, but fret not, these older games are bangers. Now, I already see some potential unusual movement on the map. Oh yeah, this is definitely weird. Let's go ahead and quickly introduce our players. Spawning on the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's our yellow Xayid player, Yu. Going up against his opponent, spawning on the left-hand side of the map, it's our blue Keiron player, Cognite. Now, if you guys are new to my channel and you are not familiar with the Scion Custom Races mod, well, this mod adds 3 alternate races to play in the StarCraft 2 universe, and although they look Protoss, Zerg, and Terran adjacent, they very much have their own identity. As we can see, this is probably going to be a double Xayid Den proxy. In fact, it is a double Xayid Den proxy. So these Xayid Dens, this is basically like a barracks proxy equivalent. They will have their own set of larvae, but they don't require creep because the Xayid do not use creep. Oh man, we'll see how Cognite responds to this. He has not scouted at all. He's just now scouting, actually, and throwing down a Citadel. He's playing standard. If anything could be standard or considered standard in modded StarCraft 2, this would be it. This is basically a gateway expand. We have the edifice, which, as you can see, there's a loading animation here. So this is actually a warp animation, and then you warp things in using your Citadel. So this vault that just warped in, this was from a warp charge from our macro structure, but it's built from our Citadel. So it's like a mix between the Protoss and the Zerg. You get warp technology technically, but you have to warp things in around your main mining structure, a lot like hatching things from a hatchery. Really interesting. Meanwhile, the Xayid, they do not care where the hatching comes from. In this case, the hatching comes from the Xayid Den. It does not have to be near the main base. We also have the feeding pool right at the bottom of the ramp to the natural base location. The feeding pool provides supply and healing to up to 3 units at a time. So that's going to add a lot of support to this proxy play. The first converter going down, leaving the Citadel in stasis. So both the Xayid and the Keiron have to build things continuously. So although it looks like it's warping in, it's actually not warping in. It has to get built by the converter. Meanwhile, these vaults, though, chasing away some of the Xayidlings. We have 2 roamers on the way as well, and that's really going to help you out a lot with this proxy opener. Right now, the Xayidlings and the Volts are pretty evenly matched. As you can see, oh man, 2 more converters going down. How many is that? 3 workers killed so far in this engagement. Nothing too crazy yet, but the Xayidlings are now in the main base. We're at 3 minutes into this game, and there's already so much action. The converters moving away from the mineral line to support this. The Xayidlings trying to dash away, and now why I said dash literally is because they have a dash ability that lets them kind of jump a short distance, and the cooldown is how much? I think it's like 5 seconds or something like that. 7 seconds. So the Volts doing a great job, but I mean, ultimately, it looks like they're going to get pushed away. What are the resources looking like? It looks like 350 resources lost by blue and 150 by yellow. The Scorpelisk is out as well with a bile pit. So the bile pit's like a photon cannon. So this is like a mix of a proxy play and a cannon rush. The Citadel finally going to go down, it looks like. I don't think Cognite's really going to work on defending that, and it does look like he's going to focus on macroing back home. Meanwhile, it looks like Yu is going for an expansion of his own, and I like that. He probably realizes that, you know, as long as he keeps his opponent locked into the main base, he can jump ahead in the economy and effectively win this game. Oh, and the Scour ability from those roamers, that third Scour ability getting picked off, though. So the Scour ability comes from the roamer, and it's like this green ball that explodes into a 10-second field of vision, which will allow the Xayid to have high ground vision for a while if he decided to attack while that was procced. But the cool thing about it is you can deny it if you destroy that green like ball of slime before it procs. We'll see if they go down. Yep. 2 of them go down, 1 of them does proc, and it looks like another one procs right next to the mineral line. That one actually had a pretty far reach. But I think Yu is happy You is happy to now mine, but Cognite with the sneaky expansion, realizing that his opponent's trying to lock him in and he is not having it. Now, this does have the potential to get scouted with a scour ability. I think it would reach at least enough to see that maybe something weird is going on, you know? Yeah, so these roamers are just chilling right now, seeing what what the Keiron player is up to. I really like the use of this because even if that scour ability goes down, you know that there are some army units that took it out, right? So you have an idea of the positioning of your opponent. But what is this? Oh, we have 2 raptors flying across the field, and they will spot what is a double expansion from Cognite. Cognite really trying to salvage the opening of this game for himself. It looks like this Citadel will finish potentially. And it does. Another worker going down, but nonetheless, those expansions are spotted. And with the flying units, this is going to give a lot of map coverage for the yellow Xayid player if he decides to go for mass air and attack those bases. Now, the flying units, they do come from the avian nest with their own set of larvae. We'll see. Yep, here it is, the avian nest. As you can see, we have our own Xayid cocoons for the avian nest, which will be, presumably, flying units. Now, one other thing I should mention is the last cast I did featuring you, I said that he wasn't playing StarCraft a lot these days because of life, you know, going to school and all that, going to college, but I was wrong. I was misinformed. He messaged me on Discord and let me know that he's just not feeling StarCraft as much lately, so he's been playing other games like Stormgate and I believe Zero Space because he's been enjoying them more. So he's taking a break from StarCraft and from modded StarCraft, and I understand that. You know, he wants to change of pace, but it looks like Cognite finally denying what was basically a 7-minute cheese. Like, that was 7 minutes of nonstop action, basically. Now, do we have more avian nests on the way? What else do we got? We have another scavenger nest and 3 more Xayid dens, actually. So, looks like Cognite will be safe to mine from these sneaky bases. I mean, there is still the option of mining out these minerals and opening up the map, but at this point, I don't know. It looks like Yu is going to go for a ground army. I mean, I guess his tech was more ground-oriented, even though, well, I mean, it looks like 2 of the Xayid dens are going to go down. I don't think... I mean, it looks like Yu's actually going to try and save this, but I don't think he's going to make it in time. He might be able to make it for the 3rd Xayid den, actually. This is a lot of volts, though. So many. This is like a mono volt build, actually. So these volts, like little angry bugs running around. They're 2-legged. They're bipedal. Watching them run around is hilarious. But these roamers really trying to save this Xayid den. The Xayid den's already more than halfway dead, though. Cognite doing a great job. Let's actually take a look at the worker supply. 47 workers to 49, so virtually identical. How many workers killed this game? Only 7 workers killed by our Xayid player, and considering how intense that cheese was, that's really not that bad. These volts, they are just willing to die by the sword, bro. They're like, oh, here we go. Yep, we have some Xayid units. We do not care how scary they look. We are going to go for them. Man, that's actually kind of terrifying to look at. As cute as they are, objectively, I mean, these, like, 2-legged frog things, they are kind of terrifying. You see, like, a whole army of these running at you. It's almost like looking at Zerglings or something. But it looks like the volts, I was going to say, maybe going down, but you deciding to run back home to the support of these feeding pools and the bile pit, and actually surrounding these volts. Cognite, realizing he may have overextended here, a few more volts, running to reinforce this army. This has been absolutely nonstop. We're at 10 minutes into the game, 9.5 minutes, and I already feel like my voice is going. Some raptors to support this, but keep in mind the volts do shoot up, so it's not like it's this is a game-ending build from our Xayid player. Is this literally just a mono build of volts? I've seen this from Cognite before. I know he likes to do this, But I haven't cast the Scion Custom Races mod a lot lately. I'm trying to do it more often, but like I said, we're in that replay drought. What is this? Oh, a lot of Raptors, though, flying around, and I think they are going to go for the second and third base for the blue player. We'll see, though. They're kind of just chilling right now. Were any more workers killed? Not really. One more worker killed, but I think that was not from these Raptors. And the Xayid Den, which survived for 10 minutes across the map, finally going down. Will this cocoon hatch? It looks like it might. And Cognite deciding to just let it be, even though he could totally take it out. These Raptors are stressing me out, though. Like, what's your plan? What is your plan? And here we go, going for actually the fourth base. I think they're just chilling. But so is Cognite. I was going to say this is going to give Cognite a lot of time to respond. 13 workers now killed by these, well, not all by these Raptors, but the Raptors bringing that count up to 13. And these Volts are so numerous. This is wild. And now they have latent charge, so their attacks bounce to deal 3 spell damage. So each one will have that bounce. And there's how many of them? Let's actually take a look at the units. 48 volts. 48 volts and 2 Cruxes, which are spellcasting units for the Keiron. Here we go. As you can see, they have Beholder. The Crux gains detection. They have Sycophant, which restores 5 energy when attacking. Oh, interesting. That's a passive ability. Cool. I haven't seen a lot of games with Cruxes. Oh, and yes, of course, the Pariah, which is kind of like a short range. It's like a Zealot with the Adept Shade, but the Shade is short range and really fast. Is basically, yep, there it is, what the Pariahs do. And these Volts trying to get into the natural base location, but the Casnalisk, which basically shoots this ball of explosive AoE, has potential of doing a lot of damage, but Cognite is familiar with this army comp, evidently realizing, hey, I can't attack these Casnalisks directly necessarily. Oh, and we also have the Exterminator. Oh, man. So this is a lot of tech for the Xayid army. We'll see if the Volts are able to survive this. I suspect they will not. Yeah, a lot of stuff going down here for the Keiron player. We also saw a big kind of slime ball from the right-hand side of this engagement. I don't really know what that was, actually. But it looks like this base still might go down. I've not been keeping track. I think this is base number 4 for the Xayid player. Taking a look at the workers killed. 21 workers killed by blue and 13 killed by yellow. So a worker killed lead for our blue Keiron player. Will he force the cancel on this scavenger nest? I would cancel this, especially now that the the scavenger was destroyed. Will it get canceled, though? I'm going to try and keep an eye on that. It does get canceled indeed. Great reaction by you, especially while he was dealing with the engagement at base number 3. This is one of the more action-packed games I've cast in a long time, let me tell you. I almost feel like I'm out of practice given the fact that my voice physically hurts right now. I am in so much pain, but we cannot stop talking because there's so much going on. Okay, here we go. Looks like Cognite going for the natural base location, actually. Trying to deny another Xayid Den. No cancel on that one. These Exterminators, though. Oh, yeah, they leave, like, AoE, kind of like DOT damage. On, DOT damage is kind of redundant. It has damage over time. But yeah, so let's actually take a look really quickly at what the Exterminator does. So it has Incendiary Infusion, secretes saliva on an enemy unit. The target unit will deal 6 damage every 1 second to other units around itself, which is absolutely insane. It's like your own units become dangerous to themselves. Some Assailants as well, which are anti-ground flying units, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. So, you still very much in this game. Let's take a look at the resources lost. Virtually identical. 12,000 lost by blue and 14,000 by yellow. So, a slight deficit for our yellow Xayid player. Man, okay. I like this, though. Just mass expanding. Not bad at all. I'm kind of surprised Cognite hasn't decided to go. Okay, well, just as I said it, decides to go for the expansion closer to his opponent. He's expanding like crazy. Oh, wow. I really like how you built his base. This looks so cool. That looks so sick. Now, taking a look, it still looks like there are a lot of vaults being built by our Keiron player. He's really going for kind of like a tier 1 build, mixing in some tier 2 units. We got the Subjector, which I feel like is more like a tier 1.5 unit. But the Crux, I guess, yeah, I'd call that probably tier 2. Oh, man, the Exterminators, though. Forcing the split on this army, and Cognite's doing a great job at splitting. You actually throwing out the GG, giving the victory to Cognite. What a sick game. I was not expecting that. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.